Neil, before we get into the team for Pirates, I just want to touch on heartbreak. Obviously, it was last minute heartbreak, and um, when things aren't going your way, they're really not going your way, are they?
Yeah, look, we played pretty well that second half, but didn't really get the points on the board, which is something you have to do in the championship. So we had a fair few opportunities down in Harbury's 22, but didn't take them. And then you always leave yourself open, and unfortunately that caught us out of the weekend. Clock's in the red, and the game's done, and we're defending well, but we give away a penalty, and then that's into the corner, and off you go. So. Yeah, look, it's disappointing, and the boys were incredible on the weekend. They worked so hard. Performance was miles better again. A big step on from Coventry, so we're going in the right direction. But it's getting that W now is what we want to do. Those games as well. They're normally in a 22 league game season. They balance themselves out over the year, but. Unfortunately, we're in a sprint this season, and with only 10 games, hopefully at some point you'll get the bounce of the ball, but the chances of that is a little bit less in that sprint.
On a more positive note, Theo Manahera comes on quite early on to replace Will and gets his first try on his debut.
Yeah, look, Theo's come through our NTU program, a great lad, and he did a lot of growing up last year in our program and playing for NTU, and he's been training well, deserved his chance, got his chance, and took his try well. It took a good, quick bit of thinking from Alex Dolly for the crossfield kick inside their 22, even though the head coach is screaming for the go for three. But hey, the boys rolled the dice and they got the score there. What we've got to make sure, though, is when we get down there and have other chances, we make sure on the right side of those percentages. Because we ended up one in four from that green zone when really we should be doing a lot better than that.
Team for Pirates then, out go Will Simons, Michael Strong drops to the bench, Will Millett comes in for the first time in a couple of weeks, and Alex Dolly comes in as well.
Yeah, look, I think Will Simons is unlucky. He's still got a bit of a groin injury, so he only lasted 20 minutes on the weekend. And it's always nice to bring back a player of Will Millett's experience. And hopefully Theo has the same impact from the bench as last week. And look, the halfbacks, we've got two really good halfbacks at the club, and you've even got Alex Crocker in there who's firing in behind, and all three of them are pushing each other every week. So, look, whoever we pick there, we know we're going to get different things from all three, but whoever we pick there, we know is going to be a good performer for us.
Some comeback as well from Charlie Thacker, isn't it, as well? Because obviously he'd not played much rugby at all, and he's come in and he's done really well right from the start of the season.
Yeah, look, I don't want to jinx him or anything like that, but yeah, he's come back well. He's a very good man, Charlie, and he's had his setbacks with injury, and they're pretty significant. But as I say, so far so good. He's worked through them. It's credit to him, credit to all the physios at Leicester, all the physios at Nottingham, S&C coaches are both that have helped him through it. But as I said, massive credit to the lads coming back from what was a situation where most people wouldn't. So look, he's going there, he's ticking along nicely. The exciting thing about Charlie is we still haven't seen the best of him yet. He's playing well, but he knows and we know he's got a lot more in the tank still to come. And as he starts to get back into rugby and the week in, week out, he's only going to get better. So yeah, without jinxing him, he's going pretty well right now.
Young Joe Browning as well. He was really, really lively against Hartbury, and I think he's only 19, isn't he? So. A bright future ahead of him, and hopefully he can carry on his form from Saturday into this Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, he started against Ealing in the first round, and we gave him a lot of things to go away and work on, and he did those. He's been working so hard in training to show us that he can do those things, and then you see on the weekend that he's put them into practice, and fair play to the lad for working so hard. And again, he's another one who probably hasn't even seen his full potential yet, and he's working his way towards that. And he's just got to keep working hard. He's got the talent. He's just got to keep working at it and figuring out what the game's all about, and making sure he can get as many touches as he can with the ball in hand, because gosh, he's a talent when he has it.
Back onto Pirates then. Obviously they're well known for being tough to beat. They've got a big pack and they like to use it. What are you expecting from them on Saturday?
Look, Gavin Cattell and Alan Paver, two of the best coaches in the league, and have been for a while. And they always have their team prepared well, and they play with great tempo, and they really are physical. You know, the Ealing game of the weekend, you know, everyone saw the scoreline, but geez, there was two teams that went at it for 80 minutes. So with those two coaches and the squad they've got, and you know, it's going to be a challenge for us on the weekend. But as we said before, as we said last week, our challenge is about getting better every week and performing better each time we take the field. So that's how we'll judge ourselves this weekend, and we're looking forward to what's going to be a physical game and hopefully quite an open game against the Pirates.
And I think you can quite clearly see that, and all the fans that have watched week in, week out on the stream can clearly see that, you know, obviously right at the start of the season, Nottingham had so many new players, and it was always, with a short pre-season, it was always going to be, you know, how long is it going to take to gel? But like I said, all the people that have been watching week in, week out will now be able to really start to see the Nottingham team that you've pulled together.
Yeah, look, it's still in its infancy, but yeah, you're right. We're starting to build some combinations. We're starting to build some familiarity with each other, and hopefully the performances can keep on improving. You know, we've still got a long way to go, but if the boys keep turning up with the same energy, enthusiasm, will to work hard, you know, wanting to get better, then we're in a good place as the club moves forward.